Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, The Ethan Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video is the important travel guide to the Philippines for former Filipinos or balikbayans for the month of August of 2023. What should a balikbayan bring? What should a balikbayan show at the airport or at the immigration? Do they really need a visa to enter the Philippines? Details coming right up. So with the lifting of COVID-19 protocols to the Philippines, it should be way easy to travel to the Philippines nowadays. So in this video, we are going to discuss important travel guide for former Filipinos or balikbayans. For those who are just tuning in into the channel, former Filipinos or balikbayans, these are Filipinos who went abroad, have naturalized abroad, but did not apply for dual citizenship. They do have a privilege when they come to the Philippines or when they go home to the Philippines. This is the 1-year balikbayan visa given upon entry into the Philippines. But you must show documentation in order to avail the 1-year balikbayan visa. We've also have instances that a former Filipino or balikbayan were denied entry into the Philippines for the reason that their passports were less than 6 months. So, as a former Filipino or a balikbayan, you are a holder of a foreign passport, which the 6 months rule apply. They don't care if you were a former Filipino before. They don't care if you show them your old or expired Philippine passport or your PSA birth certificate. What they will abide is the law that you must have at least 6 months of validity in your passport as a foreign passport holder. So let's discuss, are balikbayans or former Filipinos really need a visa to enter the Philippines? The answer to that is no. As a former Filipino or balikbayan, you guys can enter the Philippines visa free. So you are given, like I mentioned earlier, you are given a 1-year visa upon entry into the Philippines. But you must show documentation how to avail the 1-year balikbayan visa. So if you are a former Filipino, meaning you have an old or expired Philippine passport, do not throw that away. When you have naturalized abroad, you're like, I don't need this anymore, because if you are a naturalized U.S. citizen, you will be using your U.S. passport. Please do not throw your old or expired Philippine passport, because that is your ticket to avail the 1-year balikbayan visa upon arriving into the Philippines. But for some, they did not really know about that and just forgot about their Philippine passport, throw them away, or put them somewhere. They couldn't find it anymore. There is another option if you don't have your old or expired Philippine passport, and that is your Philippine birth certificate. So for example, oh my God, I don't know where's my Philippine birth certificate anymore. It's been so long that I have gone home to the Philippines. I don't know where it is. Don't worry, you can actually request it online from the Philippine Statistics Office website. I will leave the link in the description box for your reference. So if you don't have a copy of your birth certificate anymore, you can request it online. Granted, the process takes a little longer. You can also have a relative of yours request for a copy at the PSA office in the Philippines. You just need authorization, a copy of your ID, so they can process your Philippine birth certificate. That is your second option to avail for the 1-year balikbayan visa. Now, if you don't have the first two, you don't have your Philippine passport anymore, there's no way you can get a Philippine birth certificate. The other one is if you have been stamped with a balikbayan visa before. So previous balikbayan stamp can also let you avail for the balikbayan visas. It is in your passport and they should be able to see that. So those are the three options for former Filipinos or balikbayans to avail for the 1-year visa upon arrival. Now, if you are staying in the Philippines more than 1 year, can you extend this particular visa? The answer to that is yes. Go to the nearest Bureau of Immigration office and apply for an extension of your visa depending on how many more months you guys can stay in the Philippines. That is actually allowed. On the return ticket, our former Filipinos or balikbayans really require to have a return ticket? The answer to that is no. You can actually purchase a one-way ticket and fly to the Philippines, no problem. For as long as you guys have those documentations or either of the documentations that I have mentioned earlier. So don't just show up at the airport with one-way ticket with your US passport and nothing else. They will not let you board. How will they know you are a former Filipino? Even if you plead that, hey, I am a former Filipino before, I just don't have my Philippine passport and everything. So make sure you have those documentations that we mentioned. Another thing, if you guys are flying with your spouses, your foreign spouses to the Philippines, as a former Filipino or balikbayan, your spouses can avail for the 1-year balikbayan visa as well. Make sure to bring your marriage certificate. Your kids can avail for it as well. Make sure to bring their birth certificates respectively. So this applies to spouses for as long as you guys will travel together to the Philippines. So, for example, if you are in the Philippines already and your husband is coming to follow you and he just brought your marriage certificate without you, he cannot avail for the balikbayan visa. He will enter as a tourist. So you must enter together to avail for the 1-year balikbayan visa for the foreign spouses. I get this question a lot. Where can I find this statement or documentation or any proof that a former Filipino or balikbayan can enter the Philippines on a one-way ticket, that a former Filipino or balikbayan don't really need a return ticket? Because sometimes former Filipinos or balikbayans tend to stay in the Philippines longer. You can Google it, balikbayan privilege, or you can go through to any Philippine consulates abroad. They have this on their website. Just type in their search button or search bar, balikbayan privilege, and it should bring up these rules to you. So if you guys are a little leery that, hey, the airline might deny me because you said this, you can have it in black and white and show it to them. But most airlines actually knows about this, but just in case they don't, get these documentations that I mentioned to you. Now that the Philippines is open for fully vaccinated, unvaccinated, no more negative antigen tests, no more negative RT-PCR tests to those traveling unvaccinated. Vaccination card should not be an issue anymore at the airport because COVID-19 protocols have lifted aside from e-travel. Yes, unfortunately, you must still register with e-travel within 72 hours prior to departure to the Philippines. So make sure you register. It's a lot easier to register now. They have removed some steps at the e-travel for you guys to register smoothly. Also, make use of the update registration tab. Make sure to make use of click here if you are traveling to the Philippines again. That way you don't have to start over again when you register. We have actually tutorial videos on this. Please check out the channel. That way you guys can do a shortcut on your registration. So please remember, e-travel is still required for former Filipinos or balikbayans. Leaving the Philippines, you guys don't need to register because you are not a holder of a Philippine passport. So, no need to worry about that just when you arrive in the Philippines. So, I hope you guys can use these reminders for former Filipinos or balikbayans flying to the Philippines this month, August of 2023. This is our latest travel updates to the Philippines. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eton Squad. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.